What do you want from me?
Nothing. Think you kind of fly. Shit. You can start with your phone number.
What's your name?
Lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Come here, Lucky. I want to whisper something to you. Let's cut the bullshit, okay? Now, what do you really want from me? You want to smell my punani?
Yeah. Yeah.
You like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a minute, baby. Jesse. Yeah. Come here for a minute, please. This fine, young, dark brother said he wanna smell my punani. Should I love him? Yeah. So what do you think?
Need to get your ass some breath mints.
All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you can't stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you can't stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. I can't hide my face when my people win the revolution.
Peace, love, life, balance, and welcome to Universoul Life Balance Universoul. I'm your host, Chief Jamal. Just watched a classic clip from the classic movie Poetic Justice, starring Janet Jackson and the late great Tupac Shakur. And we just seen the scene where he walks into her place of work while he's on work and gets rejected. And y'all seen the title of the video and what we're gonna talk about today. Why women love or get excited or heck look forward to rejecting men. Why women look forward to and excited about and love handing out rejection, giving you the eject button, giving you the no. Now, I know some of y'all ladies seeing this video and it's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Listen, this only really pertains to ladies who may get approached a lot. We're gonna go over the different reasons, or who, I know some of y'all can't wait for a man to approach y'all, so I'm not talking to y'all. This for the women who, whatever they put out themselves to display. Go back to my video about seeking attention. There's a difference between seeking attention and displays. Displaying, not seeking attention. Women don't seek attention. Men seek attention. Women display. Women benefit from that attention. Go back and watch that video about the 5 ways that men seek attention more than women, and it breaks it down. Now, I'm gonna go over the reasons why women love rejecting men. All right. Number one. Reason number 1. Okay. It gives them a sense of control. It gives them a sense of control. Now look, as a woman, it's the nature. Now I know that there's more women who are more aggressive today, who do more approaching than before. But for the most part, biologically, scientifically, women are now wired to be the aggressor. Okay, so whenever a aggressor comes to prey, or whenever there's a predator, and that prey has a chance to turn the tables, they can assume control of the situation. If you watch like National Geographic videos, and you'll see where like a lion may attack a giraffe or something like that, and the giraffe might do a move and do a counter and get that lion tangled up, or be able to get away. It gives that giraffe a sense of control. So when women when a woman sees you coming to approach her, if you're a man, she's in prey mode, but what she does is the rejection puts her back at a very minimum even mode. She can even be back in predator mode if she wants to manipulate it, or she's free. So it gives her a sense of control back because she is naturally, instinctively going to be the prey in that situation. So it puts her back in a position where she can say, hey, this guy just approached me all of a sudden. A lot of times when guys cold approach, it's not expected. You know, the woman's not expecting it as much as we think they are. We think that they're expecting it, but they don't be expecting as much as we think they are. So when you a cold approach to somebody, you got to understand, like most men, like I've been cold approached by women, but a lot of men don't have that experience. When you get cold approached by somebody, whether you're a male or female, you're not expecting it all the time. So a woman's natural default setting is going to be to reject, and I heard Coach Greg Adams talk about that a lot, about that default setting rejection. The default setting rejection is simply because of the nature of how male and female relationships work. When a male is out, when we're out seeking, she is simply the one who is going to either benefit from that, reject it, or accept it. So if you're catching her off guard, she's going to want to assume control back. So her thing is to reject. Now, once she reject, even if you rebuttal as a man and you come back or you come with something, you're able to get that number, whatever, you're only doing it on her terms. You're no longer doing it on your terms. She's taking back control of the terms. It's just like in sales. You guys hear me talk about, I run a sales and marketing company. You hear me talk about all the time about how the same tactics that are used often in sales are often used in life. If you're a closer, you don't want to be getting closed by your client. You want to reassume the close. So what we do is we do something called fear of loss. We'll take away that object and then it make you reach back. So it serves different methods. But number one is to reassume control, right? It gives her a sense of control back, that she's not just going to be picked upon. She's able to vet you out, see how serious you are. If you're creepy, if you're trying to rape, if you're trying to do whatever, it gives her that sense of control back. All right, that's number one. That's reason number one. All right, now going over another reason why they love to reject it. You saw in the clip. All right, sometimes it's just for amusement, man. It's entertainment. Number two, just for her amusement or entertainment. All right, you gotta understand. A beautiful, attractive woman, especially in the social media age, it's even more crazy. She's dealing with hundreds to thousands of inboxes, at least dozens. Even unattractive women are getting multiple advances because a lot of us men are thirsty. A lot of us men just want to get our penis wet. That's just what it is, fellas. Let's keep it 100. So after a while, you're gonna get bored. You know, you might be coming up to her and she already done got that by a millionaire, an athlete, a plumber. So she already done had, and you coming up to her at in a nightclub, she already done just do her regular day, done had about 12, 15 dudes approach her. And you just in that line, so she figured like, well, I already accepted the dude I want to talk to. I'm going to clown this guy. And it's just for her amusement. So you gotta understand, you can't get mad about that, fellas, because when you're getting what you guys need to do, and you hear other channels talk about this, but I'm telling you, really do it. Go on a dating app as a woman, undercover, and see how, don't even pick a beautiful woman, pick just a regular woman, and watch how much advances you get. Watch how much offers you get. You get pics of your, just do it. I had to do it for a class. It's fun hearing guys talk about doing it, but I actually had to do that for a class I was in. And it was crazy, man. I had like about a woman who was a 6 as a profile picture. And I was getting inboxes it was inboxes coming in, and I wasn't answering. Of course, I wasn't trying to play with that. I'm not doing no bullshit like that. But I'm saying it was a social experiment. And I got to see this. This is like when when it was first jumping off with the apps. And you would see how much they get approached, man, just on the internet. You understand? And you so out of boredom, sometimes it's just gonna be for their amusement. So number two, it's just out of their amusement and entertainment sometimes. All right? So you got to understand that they're dealing with a lot of people cold approaches. You can't take it personal and get mad. And that leads me into the third reason: protection. All right? They may be and it's different types of protection. They may have been. Now we watching Poetic Justice. You seen her? She was kind of a widow. Her boyfriend that got killed. she was kind of closed off. She lost her, I believe her mother or grandmother, and then lost her boyfriend. So she had just lost 2 people very close to her. So when people lose who they are close to, whether you're male or female, especially a female, because they deal more with the emotions, they're going to be more closed in and protected. So she may not be rejecting you because she don't like you. Because as you see later on in the movie, Tupac got with Pac, man. She got with, come on, she gonna get with Pac. She got with Lucky. She gonna get with him. She got with him. But he couldn't come up with a cold approach. Okay, a cold approach. A woman who's a broken woman or a woman who's been through a lot, cold approach is not gonna work, man. You could be the whoever you think you want to be. You could be the highest status man possible, money, muscles, looks, whatever it may be. Cold approach is not going to work on a broken, hurt woman. So she was hurt, and through that trip they went on, she found healing. She got to know him. She had to open up slowly. A lot of women just not open to cold approach. It ain't that they don't see you attractive. They just been through a lot, and they're going to be extra secure. So it's going to be for their protection, which is more so the case in this scene right here with Janet Jackson. It was more so for, actually it was a combination of everything I just said, because it was for her that she had fun with it. She was amused with it too. It was for her protection. All right. So a lot of times when women reject you when you cold approach, they're just protecting themselves. It's not nothing personal. If you guys get personal and emotional and want to name call, and that's very feminine. You're not doing. A masculine man understands that, hey, there's more women than men. She didn't take it, so someone else will offer. Or a masculine man is busy building his value, so he don't have to worry the cold approach because he has options that are coming to him. All right, and that leads me to another one, number four. And this is kind of more of a newer thing, but there's nothing new under the sun. Number 4, some women like to be the predator and the aggressor. Some women don't want to be approached, they want to be the ones approaching. Going back to number 1, assuming control, but a different form. Some women, they want to be the ones picking. They don't want to be, especially in this new age, women are have more masculine features or more aggressive. I don't necessarily think that that's a masculine because a woman wants to approach. You can be a feminine woman and approach, and it's fine. But I understand most people view it as that. But some women are more assertive. Okay, they want to be setting the tone. So if you cold approach them, they may reject you and brush you off simply because they might not like how their hair look. You might be coming to them at the wrong place. She's at work. She might be thinking in that scene like, hey, I'm at work, man. This ain't the place for that. So you got to understand that a lot of times when you cold approach women, fellas, look at the settings in the atmosphere. Try to understand what the temperature of the room is. Try to understand that understand the risk you get into. You might not be in a situation where she may be open to talk to you. All right, so all this is being said is that you can't take rejection personal, fellas, when you cold approach. Why they love, I know talk about why they love rejecting you, but it's not that they so much love it. It's just that, now sometimes they do, but it's that they have to have, as a females are naturally going to be survivors. They're going to be adaptable. They're natural survivors, man. They adapt. No matter what the climate of the situation, they will always adapt. You see men going their own way. Like most people in the MGTOW movement, right, are ages like probably over 30, right? 30 and over, middle-aged men, 40, 50. So what they're saying, you know what? Screw those men. So you see a lot of women going towards younger men. We already seen women going with other women. Women will always adapt to survive. All right, they're always gonna adapt. So you gotta understand that. So understand that. Now, another thing, okay? Another reason why they love rejecting, right? Why they love rejecting? Cause you ain't that dude. You not that dude. You are not up to par. You shouldn't be cold approaching. She can sense that. Women have unique senses that we don't always have as men. They can sense, they have different pheromones and hormones that allow them to sense different insecurities in men. They can see if a man's effeminate. They can see if you a lot of you guys overcompensate when you cold approach. You try to lead with like your money. You try to lead with your status or your looks. And some women turned off by that, okay? So they can see right away you're not that dude. They can see right away, women know right away if they want to sleep with you. Women know right away if you're that guy. Women know right away if you worth their time to them. They make that assessment right away. There's nothing that's a long thought out process by that. When a woman talks to you for the first 2 minutes, she's gonna know how far she willing to go to you, how far she willing to give, how much she willing to give you, and how long she willing to deal with you, or is she willing to deal with you at all, and on what level she willing to deal with you. She's gonna know that in the first conversation. She might not say that, but trust me, she's gonna know that. Every long-term relationship I've been in, they all admit that. Whether it's early then or later, they all admit what they know, what they want. They may go about a way of doing it. They may have a vetting process or do things for security, because we already know, we talk about this all the time. They want more security. Women lean more towards the security. So they may take time to vet you, but they pretty much know where you're at. So if they don't see that you're that guy and that dude, they're gonna reject you off top, all right? And they're gonna enjoy it. Now, I have female friends. I have females who I've been with, female friends, family members, and I asked them, like, do some of y'all just get dressed up to go to the club? Because I'm the men out there young, chasing skirts, and go and I get choosing signals, everything, and go up to her just to be like, really, I'm this, I'm that, whatever it may be. And this is the last point. This is my last point. Now, I know I talked about in the last video about men seek attention more because we need the validation more, but women still need validation. Hell, they want it more. They may not seek it as much as we do. I mean, they might need it as much as we do. We need it more as men. We need pre-selection more, but women want it more. Okay? They want it. They want that validation. They want to be able to see, hey, I still got it. Hey, a man still wants me. A man's still attracted to me. All right, that to them is worth more than actual sex in a lot of cases. That to them is worth more than a date or anything. If they get dressed out, they got dressed up. They put all their time to get. They want somebody to recognize. They want to be able to see I can still attract men. That's why you see a lot of times women that reject men, they love to say I'm in a relationship or I got something going on, and they not always lying. A lot of times they not lying. They are in one. They out there to see if they still got it. They want to see. Can they still, they know after a while they bored with their man, they bored with their husband, their situation. They want to see, hey, can I still attract a top tier guy? Can I still attract a guy that's worth me branching off to? And if a guy comes up to her that she feeling, guess what? Even if she's in a relationship, a lot of times they're going to give that guy the time of day. So they're still trying to mate. We all still animals, we just advanced animals, so we're all still animals at the end of the day. We're all still mammals. They're just trying to mate or get validation, okay? They want to get that validation or they want to mate with someone. And that's why they reject you out of not out of spite, but once you give them that validation, they accomplish that. They see I still got it. So you coming up to them and cold approaching them or liking a picture or loving them or commenting, you fulfilling, you giving them that dopamine hit. Their brain is telling them that, hey, you're still good, you're still on top. Hey, this is they get some of them getting orgasms off of that. So they still feel like they in the game. They can attract. It keeps them in a fantasy that. Now we know we talk about other different things. We know that that's not true. That they can keep out here doing what they do. That they can maintain this. That they can still do this and still attract men. That validation from rejecting a man shows that I can not only attract the man and get validation, but I can select him as well. They want that power of selection. Going back to point one, all these points kind of loop. With that being said, that's the last one I'm gonna talk about. But keep that in mind, fellas. That's why they love rejecting men. These are the reasons why. All right, so remember that. Remember that. Don't take it personal. Really, what I suggest if you don't got your shit together, you shouldn't be cold approaching anyway. Really, you should only be cold approaching off of getting validation yourself as a man. You should wait. You should only I only cold approach if I have choosing signals. All right. Now, people have different philosophies on that, but that's just me personally. I'm only going to cold approach if I see interest, because just like in sales, people value something more that they show interest to. Like in a lot of products I do, I'm just simply closing the lead. I'm not trying to generate the interest. I'm taking advantage of the interest. And those sales versus the sales that we have to cold call and cold make, I can show you numbers. They stick better than the sales that the sales where they show an interest stick, and they're more valid and they're more solid than sales where you have to go try to create an interest. So it's for you men, I would suggest that you only cold approach women who show some type of interest. A lot of y'all cold approach women who not showing any interest, not showing you any vibe or nothing like that. And that's why y'all getting rejected. and you're just building up their ego. You're just boosting their mindset to think that, hey, I'm better because all these guys are approaching me. Look, notice when you talk to women, right? A lot of times because I reject women a lot. I'm not saying the I'm just saying what it is. I have a lot of times I reject women, and what they'll always say is, well, you know, I got this. I got this. I know you want to mess with me. Look who I got at me. I got this person at me. I'm on this. I'm doing this. They want to immediately try to throw in your face how many guys are coming after them, not knowing that that's actually validating my decision for rejecting. That's why I'm rejecting you, because you're too accessible to other guys. They don't see a lot of them. Now some women do. I'm gonna be fair, some women do, but a lot of them don't understand that when they saying that, it's a turn off, that they only strengthening the case of why they got rejected. So fellas, stay in the winning position. For you ladies out there, like I said, this is balance. We address both sides. For you ladies out there, don't feel bad about rejecting a guy. Hopefully men watch this video and understand that it's not nothing personal most of the time, that you're just simply trying to survive, you're simply trying to navigate. You only, women, another thing is too, fellas, let's before I close out, remember this. When women give up their body sexually, okay, they giving a lot more than we are on a sexual level. They're at more risk for STDs, they're at more risk for heartbreak, they're in more harm's way from physical harm, because you're most likely gonna be physically stronger than her. They're taking a lot more risk in the physical sexual game, so they have to be more selective and picky. They have to have certain standards. They have to. We as men need to be more selective and picky. They don't have to as much, but that's just how it is. You gotta understand that, fellas. So you guys just crying about being rejected like little bitches, like stop it, man. Just man up, step yourself up, and put yourself in a position to be selected. So with that being said, we signing out. Peace, love, life, balance.